right, folks. All right. Kaylord Hill for the last time. Maybe not the last time. Maybe SoCreate will bring me back around in the coming months, if and when they do a check-in with me. So, how did things finish? All right. So we know I started out this experience, this journey, trying to write a Black romantic comedy. I'm here to tell you today that it is still a Black romantic comedy. We just need to infuse some comedy. There are some places that comedy can definitely shine through. And I think I left a lot of things on the table to be desired and to be figured out at a later date, but that's okay. Overall, my whole idea of like trying to rewrite the script in a week and then finish the script and then, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just finished the script and then held off for the rewrite. If I had a couple days extra to myself, I should have did the rewrite then. But I was trying to be experimental and the experiment did not work, but that's fine. We met our deadline. We met our goal. We got a lot of great notes. I actually did get some great notes from some producer and screenwriter friends of mine about, some places comedy can be infused. I thought the bones were a little shaky. I think the bones are a little shaky. And, if you guys, when you guys read this script on December 31st, which they'll post it, if you see some shaky things about the bones of the script, please feel free. Hit me up, shoot me a tweet, shoot me a DM, shoot me a Facebook message, shoot me a message on IG. If you have, any ideas, any notes, I'm a pretty open person when it comes to notes, and I love notes because it's very, very, it's not, it's very seldom that people openly go and read your script and are willing to give you feedback. So if you do take the time and read even 2 or 3 pages of the script and you have notes, send them to me. Be glad to hear what you have to say. Overall, I definitely think there's a lot of things I need to accomplish with the script. I think the next 6 months to a year are going to be very critical for this script. I don't necessarily have plans for it in terms of, am I going to put it in a competition? Am I going to put it in, try to put it in the lab? I just kind of want the material to sort of soak and marinate a little bit. And I want to just spend some time on the story and trying to figure out what am I trying to accomplish and say. So that's that. But overall, I feel okay with the story. There's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's definitely an end. So we'll continue to work on that. As far as the overall experience, anytime someone affords you the opportunity to, work on your craft, write, and, outline and think and just do all the stuff that, kind of makes you a writer. Anytime someone gives you an opportunity, a platform, and, even gives you financial backing, you can't be anything but appreciative. And so this has been a really illuminating process for me. The script that I actually got into, that I was able to, to win with was actually a pilot. Was actually the first act of a pilot. And so one of the things I realized was I've been working on a pilot and television as shows for the last year. And then I had to jump back into the pilot world, which I didn't think would be challenging because, writing is writing. But it definitely was for a little bit. It definitely was a little bit challenging, but I love television. That's one of the things and one of the goals I have made for myself is working on more television while I work on this feature over the next year. It's been a tremendous opportunity and time with everybody in the writers community. I appreciate everyone for all of the support, all of the retweets, shares, all of that, all my family, all my friends, all the people I've come to know along this journey. I appreciate you guys. And I'm going to keep it brief, but like I always say, hey, page is going down. Keep writing, keep fighting, keep doing your thing. I know I will. Hopefully you guys will too. And I will see you guys when the ink dries. All right? See you.